Alright, y'all, so welcome to my YouTube channel. Another episode. We at Cassie Athena's house. She blessed me with the camera. Thank you, Cat. I see you smiling back there. Thank you. You feel me? We got one of my favorite people to talk to. He's dope. NBA champion. 14-year vet in the NBA. He inspires me every day. One of my mentors, his name's Caron Butler. Some of you guys guessed on the YouTube poll I posted and the one on Instagram. So today we just gonna tap in with him. We're gonna ask him some questions. We're gonna get to know him a little bit. If you guys don't know, look him up and do your research. Dude is dope. Investor, analysis, NBA vet. You guys know what time it is. We're gonna get started. So Caron, what's good, my guy?
What's going on, young fella?
Man, I'm grinding, man. You feel me? I'm out here trying to put my name out, get this time away from track, cause you know they ended our season, all that stuff. So gotta stay productive. But
I like the fact that, you know, in the midst of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
People don't know how to stay productive and,
exactly.
and how to continue to move the needle.
Mm-hmm.
And you immediately said, "Look, man, I'm staying productive. They ended my season early.
Facts.
You can soak in that space, but you moving forward. So
shout
out to you for doing that, bro.
Hey, that's love, man. You know, we got to. That's, you know, greatness is always around greatness. You inspire me. I see what you're doing, all that stuff. She inspires me too. She be laughing. She laughing right now, but I see she out here working too. So
she's so dope.
Yeah, I'm saying, for real. Like, she cool. She cool as hell, and that's why, like, me and her met like when I was in high school. And she was shooting. She was still grinding. That was 3-4 years ago. So it was like, ever since then, she just been cool. You feel me?
Yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah, man. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, because everybody's always asking me like, oh, how do you know him? What connection y'all got? How'd y'all meet? So that's the first thing. I remember that day in the gym when we was going at it. I was tearing you up a little bit. You feel me? We was getting right. Nah, but I just want to talk about, like, what was your first impression of me when you met me?
You know what? Honestly, Camille had told me, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did the whole little Racing Rise Up project.
Yeah.
He was trying to bring people to the community to just inspire the kids. You know what I mean? And when you came out, I was just like, okay, cool brother. But the thing that I connected to immediately was just your energy. Like, it was, you know, some people, you know, come to things and, you know, they really don't want to be there and you kind of impose your will on the situation. But man, it felt like your energy was different. You wanted to be there. You went above and beyond to help the kids. You put on the show. I did not know that you can jump like that.
Oh yeah, that's saying.
You're not just I always say that because I was talking about Dominique Wilkins one day, and I was just like, look, first of all, I'm going to talk about how he was a hell of a basketball player. Then I'm going to talk about all the dunks.
Yeah.
But he was a hell of a person, which is, I think, paramount, and then you was a hell of a basketball player. And then to add on to that, you was a hell of an athlete, and you just put on the demonstration for the kids at the clinic. And then that night, when you talking about you went ham on us, you know, me and Alex take you to our gym, and bro, you was dunking that shit. You was clowning. I was like, yo, this dude is dunking all on us, man. That's when I was like, yo, I'm so glad I retired, bro.
Man, let me tell you something.
Dunking on us and shit.
Hey, yo, no, it was crazy because when I was telling Camille, because she had left the state before. She was like, you sure you want to stay out here? I was like, yeah, I want to see what's up with him. You feel me? I was just talking. I was talking. I was like, I'm gonna get right with him. So when we got to the gym, the first time I played defense on you, I was gonna take this to the grave, but I'm gonna tell you this for the content. You was strong as shit still. Like, and I was like, you was like, what you want, little nigga? What you want? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh, this dude is serious. And then you was hitting your jumpers. I'm like, okay, there's no way. He's still getting in the gym like this. There's no way he not in the gym. He hitting like this. It was crazy to me. So,
bro, once you know how to play,
yeah,
you don't lose that.
Facts.
But I tell you what we don't got. We don't have you. And you proved that quick.
Hey.
And I don't know why. Alex, look, we wanted to go half court.
Yeah.
Alex said, man, go half court. I said, man, fuck them little dudes. I said, man, we going full court. Man, I'm retired officially after that.
Hey,
You retired.
but hey, no, it's okay though. It's all right. But the crazy part about that is, I didn't bring basketball shoes out there. I was in the high top ones out there, heavy. I was like, I'm banging my foot off. I was saying, that's crazy though. But yeah, man, that day I was like, after that day I was like, oh yeah. And then you followed me on IG. I was like, oh yeah, we in the game now. I was like, he got me. He gonna see everything. You feel me? But that's good. Like, and I see like you out here, you inspiring the kids. You inspire me. Like you got your street up, all the stuff. I watched the documentaries and stuff. You feel me? I seen everything even before I met you. So I looked up to you beforehand. So, and I was talking to my stepdad and I was telling him like, oh yeah, I was out there with Caron. He was like, with who? You was out there with who? Hooping? Because, you know, feel me, you was in the Laker era with Kobe and all that stuff. And he was like, oh yeah. He was like, you doing the right thing, man. You doing what you're supposed to be doing. But,
right.
Facts. But like, speaking of your documentary, another question I wrote down, it was like, because I seen, like, you went through it when you was growing up. You feel me? I watched all the stuff and your journey to the NBA and stuff. And how did the environment around you like affect your mindset in that time?
Man, I tell folks all the time, you know, what you see is like, it can be inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
What you're talking about, like having a tangible or having access to somebody that what you consider successful,
mm-hmm.
that can be inspiring.
Facts.
But also having access to people that's not inspiring can be inspiring you to do dumb shit.
Facts.
And that's what I had access to. Like,
mm-hmm.
my resources was not positive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in the midst of all of that, I did a whole lot of not positive things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing was, if I ever was in position, I would build a platform where all I did was inspire.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't no angel. Like, I swear I have my moments. I backslide, but at the same time, you know, I try to maximize my platforms by mm-hmm. inspiring people, because I know that's what people need to see, and that's what I know I need.
Facts. Facts. Yeah. So, okay, so at what point, like, what situation was like you realize, because we always have a situation when we doing something we're not supposed to be doing, we realize like, oh, this is it. Like, I need to change my shit up. You feel me? So what situation for you was that where you realized like, okay, something's got to change?
Yo, it was crazy because about a week before I actually got arrested, mm-hmm. and I had to go away for the 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the 13th or 14th time. I'm on papers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. I was going to a group home on weekends. Mm-hmm. I had to stay there because part of my probation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the car with a whole bunch of. And let me just tell you, for all your cats that's listening, if you find yourself in a predicament, you're in the car, you ride. I did not know nobody's government name.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucking name was Big J, Lil Snoop,
yeah,
Orange Bob, all these damn nicknames, and I didn't know nobody's government name. So that shit I was flagging crazy from the jump.
Yeah.
Got pulled over, and we all jumped out of the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was shit in the car, and when I got in that predicament, I was just like, bro, I'm done with this shit. Mm-hmm. Like, man, it's like, I know that right there could have gave me 10 years, 8 years in prison.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, you know, I still had some stuff on me that I was hustling and selling, and I wanted to finish out that load. Mm-hmm. And that's when I got caught, you know, probably a week later at school with the gun.
Yeah.
And then I ended up going to corrections. But I already had my mind set, like, I'm about to start doing some different shit just because
Facts.
I was tired of going to jail, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that's crazy. Like, and there are situations that, like, we all go through to where, you know how you, like, people say, my stepdad always tells me, like, you're going to grow, you're going to change as a person, and people tell you, like, oh, you changed, and they shame that because you changing, but you're actually growing. And I had friends that I've grown apart from, and did you have people that you've grown apart from or friends that you lost in the process of, like, you trying to better yourself?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a post, somebody had posted, this week or last week when they said you got to detach yourself from things that don't grow.
Facts.
And I've been like that, you know, man. I've been practicing social distancing, you know, from people that ain't, you know, have my best interests. And
Facts.
you know, it's just like I had to detach myself from friends that I played in the sandbox with.
Yeah.
I had to detach myself from family members who I love that, you know, mentally this wasn't growing. You know what I mean? And it wasn't in the same mindset or mind frame that I was in. So it happens, bro. Like, you have to be strong-willed. And you have to be willing to sacrifice that and say, you know what, I want better. And hopefully, you know, your loved ones and who you had to detach from still around, and you can help them become a better version of them at some point. But man, it's a trying process. It's a lonely process. It doesn't happen overnight, but it is a process.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I've been experiencing that too, and it's just sometimes it hurts. It's like, that's my dog, you feel me? That's always been my dog. We've always done this, and this together. And then after a while, it's like you see it starting to fade. And it's like, damn, like I'm out here on my own. You feel me?
It's part of it, bro. It really is. Like my like one of my best friends, like Black Rob, he got killed. But my other guy was Little Greg, G1. And that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But he still was hanging around like everybody. Like for some reason he felt like he couldn't go nowhere without 4 or 5 people. And this is like, you know, when I made it to the league, I'm like, dog, you know, I want to do some things with you. Let's find out what you like. What's your niche? Yeah. Like, let's find out something that, you know, you can start a business or something. Like, fuck, like put you on game. And he, every time he came around, 5, 6 niggas. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, you're putting yourself in a position where I can't help you, and now I gotta give you a little distance. And now he was like, bruh, like now we 40 years old, and he like, damn, I see what you were saying. Yeah. Like, now he didn't get it till then. We was 28, 29, 27, all that. But now he's 40. Like, I'm just now registering what you were saying all the way back then. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. So stay true to your path, man, and your mission. And hopefully your friends and your loved ones will come around at some point.
Facts. So it's crazy that you said that, because this is going into my next question. So it's like, the next question I had is, if you knew then what you knew now, what would you change? And you saying like stay true and all that type of stuff, and just like making sure you own your shit basically, and realizing like these are not people that you should be messing with, type of thing.
You know, so the Players Tribune do this when I retire, right? The Players Tribune do this letter to yourself. Like, if you can get in a time machine and go back and give a letter to yourself. And I said, ain't no point of giving a letter to a teenage me, because that motherfucker wouldn't have read it.
Yeah, you know? Facts.
You know, like, he like, if my form, like me right now, going back in the past and saying, hi, Caron, at the age of 12, read this shit gonna change your life. It's like, nigga, go ahead with that shit.
Facts. You know, facts.
Honestly, I would not have changed nothing, because I feel like my experiences prepared me for my blessings. Yeah. Like, I'm a trustee on the board of the Vera Institute. Immigration reform, mass incarceration. But the only reason I know that shit like inside out is because of my experiences. You know, my wife is a first generation immigrant. She's Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? She's Jamaican descent, so she comes from Jamaica. She's the first one in her family born in the United States. Yeah. So we understand the culture and what her family had to go through while being here. You know, with prison reform, I know, because not only have my family and everybody experienced it, all the males in my family before me, but I went through it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I needed, and I know what's needed in the system, and how we can, you know, disturb that shit and try to make some real change. So all those experiences prepared me for my blessings. And I think that's everything.
That's crazy. And I know, and I've been to Racine, I've seen it, and it's crazy seeing it firsthand too, because I actually went, I seen the neighborhoods you grew up in, the high schools. So I can imagine like what it was like just being in the system type of thing when you growing up in that environment. I already know it's crazy, and it's like, and I love Racine. It's like a vacation for me. I'm like, we going to Racine, Miss Jackson, let's go. Is Caron gonna be there? Cause we gonna pull up, we gonna hoop again. What's up? You feel me? I'm always down to go to Racine, but I feel like Racine came like a second home to me because I've been there like 4 or 5 times already. It's like every time you feel me? Every time I go, I'm like, damn, I'm home. Even when I went to your court, you wasn't even down there. I'm like, Miss Jackson, we going to Caron Street and we going to the court right now. Let's go. And then
you was taking flight too. You was showing out there.
Yeah, I was like, let's go. And we doing all the camps and stuff. But that's crazy. I love Racine. But then you went to UConn. And you played 2 years at UConn. You was balling. I looked up all the stats and all that. That shit was crazy. You was at UConn doing your thing. But with me going from an inner city to Clemson is much different. It's much different from being in Hawthorne, Inglewood, whatever. So how was that for you? Like, what was the culture shock experience for you when you went from Racine to UConn? How did you feel with that?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something. Dealing with authority difficult for me because I never had a male figure that was like stern in my life. So like that was the one big adjustment. And Jim Calhoun, as people know, is like he was a no nonsense coach. Yeah, shoot straight from the hip. And then the environment. I always felt like when somebody did something nice for me that it was something like a hidden agenda. Yeah, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, all right. Now what? Yeah, like it's a favor or something. Yeah, like facts. I know what you own. Facts. Set me up. But it was a new experience, and when I got there, they embraced me with open arms. Everybody knew my past, and they didn't treat me like a criminal. They didn't treat me like a former convict or anything like that. They treated me as a human being that just needed a fresh start. Yeah. And I'll never forget my college experience. And I'll tell you, I had a child at the age of 14 and a half, my first child, Cameron. And if I did not, have the responsibility of providing for my child at the time, I would not have left college. Yeah. Even though I knew that I was a top 5 pick, I would have stayed one more year just for me, that experience was just like you said, Racine feel like it's second home. Like that felt like home. Like that felt like my first pleasant home without looking over my shoulders and my back. Yeah. So you didn't have to really worry about nothing because everybody had you. Everybody had me. And the support and the love was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're creatures of habit. Yeah. And when you get support, you don't forget those things. Just like our relationship. Yeah. It's gonna be like that forever because it's authentic and it's real. So when people support you and you feel that energy, like bro, it's like you'll never forget that. I'll never forget how you kind of made me feel. Like it was special. Facts. And that's the thing. That I deal with too sometimes. And it's like I just had posted a tweet this morning. It was just the first thing on my mind. It was like if you have to ask for support, it's not real. You feel me? Yeah. Your people gonna support you regardless. 1,000. You feel me? So it's like that's the one thing. I don't know why I thought about that this morning, but that was just the first thing that woke up on my mind. Cause it's like, especially with you, like you was a top 10 pick in the NBA. I know everybody was on you out of nowhere. Especially when you went to college. You feel like Caron, can I have this? You feel me? So I already know how it can be. Cause I go through it and you feel me? I'm just doing my thing. You feel me? It's different for you. Because I think that like you're a viral sensation. Like you people have access to you from social media. Yeah. Whereas for me, people supported me and I felt the energy, but they didn't like come around me and fuck with me because there's like he's still street. Yeah. Still got, you know what I mean? Like, so it was just they had to come around me to like mess with me. Like with you, like you can see the love in comments. We didn't have that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I just felt the energy. Like when I came out, the cheer was a little louder. Yeah. The celebration was a little harder. Like I felt that energy. Like on campus, people bump the horn. Hey man, we with you. Keep going. See Butler, keep going, man. We root for you. Like that did something. That was people from all walks of life. The Asian population, the Caucasian population, everything. All walks of life supporting. And I never got that. I always got it from my community, but I just never got it from people that didn't look like me supporting and rallying around me. That's crazy. And I know that was an experience too. So, damn.
So you got a gold medal? That's what I read. I wrote it down. You got a gold medal the summer of your college years.
Yeah.
So that was that was Team Team USA for college.
Yeah. So the Team USA, it was like 4 of the college players that got called up. I think it was me, Carlos Boozer, I think Jason Williams, a couple other guys. We tried out for the team, and we made it. And we went to, I think it was in Japan or Tokyo, Tokyo that year. And we went out there, and it was crazy because I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
That structure was different, and then I've never played with so much talent before. Usually you're the featured guy, so I had to take my game to new heights and another level. And, at that time, Nike, Adidas, N1, and then you had all the NBA scouts that was there. I'm talking about, so some college games you'll have 4 or 5, sometimes 10. In the big games you'll have 20.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, with the Olympics, you got like every team in the association is at every game, every practice, watching. So that was a chance for me to audition.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm about to show out. And after that, people were just like, yo, man, you're a lottery pick. We watch you all summer. Like, you're a pro. And when I came back from that experience going into my sophomore year, I came home and, Cass ain't never made it out of Racine. So when I was telling folks like, yo, I'm going to be a pro next year, they're like, man, shit. Man, come on.
Yeah, fact. They didn't believe that. Yeah.
Who telling you this shit?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, man, I'm gone, man.
Facts. Yeah.
I see it. I see the vision. I'm on a mission. And that was just a turning point for me right there.
It's like, what people don't understand is like, it's so much hard work and like struggle put into stuff like that. They think shit just falls in your lap and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to NBA. It's easy. Like, no, and people think shit comes easy, and it's not easy, and that's like the main thing to understand and to explain to people. It's like, I don't get it.
You gotta learn how to be consistent. You gotta have great habits. You gotta learn how to take your strengths and also take your weaknesses and sharpen that tool. And then you got to learn how the importance of competition. Yeah. Everybody want to play with each other now. I mean, it's so important to play against the best or the better, someone that's better than you to sharpen your tools so you can get better. And then now you're a redefined athlete. And you're a better version of you. And I tell my son that all the time, man. We was working out this morning, and now he's got to the point where he's got more muscle. He's more comfortable dribbling. But, he's a great skill and dribble guy, but now getting those bodies in front of you on a consistent basis is like, that's what we're doing now until your season starts. Like, we about to play live every day. 2-on-1 and 3-on-1. And I'm like, you're playing in every situation, so you prepare for every situation. So I know what it takes to get there because I had to do it, and I'm going to put you in the blender. So when you turn 30 or 40 years old, you'll never be like, I didn't do that. Or I didn't I'm not gonna let you live with that regret. We gonna grind it out.
That's like a generational teaching type of thing. That's what I do with my little brother. You feel me?
That's a good dog.
Yeah.
Kick his ass.
Yeah, that's what you see how I be blocking them and all that stuff. I be doing all that. I don't care about none of that stuff. So
no mercy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Well, the NBA, so you were drafted in 2002 to the Miami Heat. You went 10th in the first round, right? It's number 10 pick in the first round. So I will never live this moment, and a lot of people won't, but like, what was going through your mind when you was like, damn, you feel me, I'm a top 10 draft pick? Like, what's the first thought that popped in your mind when you got drafted?
So you talk about somebody kicking your ass and playing hard against you all the time. My Uncle Carlos was that for me. So Uncle Carlos take me to the gym, dunk on me, all that shit, block my shots, and then I turned into a gorilla. I got a little bigger, I got a little stronger, and I started doing that shit to him. So like, once I made that acceleration and past that point, I felt like I could do anybody in. So all that was coming in my head at the table. I was just thinking about all those one-on-one games. I was thinking about the AAU tournaments. I was thinking about the flat tires on the side of the road on the highway. All that shit. And I was just like, man, this really about to happen. And the commissioner come on the stage, and my agent's phone is ringing. He keep looking. I'm like, yo, I'm going there. He was like, be patient, be patient. I'm like, yo, where the fuck I'm going?
Yeah, facts.
And all of a sudden, he just started smiling. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Facts.
And they was like, the 10th pick, Miami Heat. I was like, I looked at him. I just started crying, bro. And I fell in my mother's arms because I knew that it was a moment that would change our family forever for the better, and it was a special time.
That's crazy, and your mama cool as hell too. I met her a couple times. She was like, the first time, you feel me? Y'all could tell like people be trying to see what's up with her because at first she was kind of like, but when we had our first conversation, she was cool as hell. She was like, hey baby, how you doing? I love your mama. She funny as hell, man.
Real, man.
For real. And you can tell she ain't with the bullshit. Like she'll check you if you need it. You feel me?
Till this day, bro. My mother used to run me off the block, man. When they used to be like, oh, that's Miss Butler coming down. She hop out the station wagon, run us off the block. Like, people knew my mother was a certified goon out there.
I'm saying, she had her hood name and everything. She was packing in the hood. I already know. That's crazy. Alright, yeah, so draft day, that's crazy. I ain't never, that's dope hearing that experience from you, because it's like, there's a lot of guys that won't even be able to experience stuff like that. You feel me? So for them for whoever's watching, like, hearing that firsthand, and you was top 10, like, that's crazy. That's insane.
And this the thing, too. Like, a lot of dudes try to be cool in the moment. Try to, like, yeah, shit. I knew I was going 10. I was like, yo, I was sitting there, I just really didn't know.
Yeah.
I knew I was getting drafted, but I just didn't, like, it still didn't seem or feel real. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you just like, damn, I'm at the draft table, and I got Charles Barkley over here, Craig Sager, rest in peace, he's over here. I'm like, dang, commissioner come out. I'm like, yo, this shit is real. Like, this is about to happen. Yeah. And then it happened, and this is like, bro, your body just get light.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel your stomach lighten up. You like, oh, yeah.
It's worse than butterflies.
Man, yeah, that's crazy. The whole world was looking at you, and that's crazy because everybody, every time, because I'll be bragging about you, bro. Like every time you post something you doing with the restaurants or any other business, I'll be like, look what he doing. What you doing? Look what he doing. Type of thing. You feel me? Just try to get people on their shit. So, and they all know you. They all know you. So eyes was on you since day one, especially when you was at UConn.
That, bro.
Facts. So 14, you played 14 years.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how you did that shit. We're gonna start off by saying that, because that's a long, in the pros, that's a long time. And you won a championship.
You know, because you had an ACL?
Yeah, I blew my knee out 2 times.
Alright, so check this out. When I was, 15, when I got out, I was 15 and a half, 16 years old. I got shot in the leg. So I had a fragment of a bullet still in my leg. And then when I was, 19, I had a meniscus tear. And then I eventually had a bone spur removed. So that's 3 knee surgeries. And then I had a patella rupture, complete rupture. That's 4. Then I had another clean out, a scope, and then I had a wire put in. So that was 5. Jeez. So I had 5 knee surgeries, major knee surgeries, in my life and in my career. So to be able to play 14 years, it was crazy. And I always tell folks, like, man, with Pilates, with yoga, I've been able to like preserve my body enough, because I feel like I could have played 18, 19, 20 years if I didn't have those massive injuries to my knees. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, it got to a point where I did well with my finances, and I wasn't like pressed on playing anymore, and I got closure with my basketball career where I was like, okay, let me go and move forward. But, man, it is a grind. You have to take care of your body. You got to eat appropriately. Man, it's tough, man. It's an uphill battle, because once you make it, now you gotta try to sustain.
Facts.
Facts. This motherfucker's like you coming over the damn.
Facts. I'm saying. I'm saying like Derrick Jones and all them Vince Carters and all that stuff. You didn't have something for on yourself too. I be watching the tape. You was going crazy on that. I was like, Caron, I would have played this Caron too. If I get in the time machine, I'm gonna talk shit regardless. I don't care if you better than me. You feel me? That's how it is, though. That's basketball. Yeah, man. Shit, you won an NBA championship, and I feel like that's like when you win an NBA championship, it's like you're at the top of the top. Like you're the best team in the world. You feel me? So it's like what point in the season did you realize like, oh shit, we really can do this? Like we about to do this.
So it was the beginning of the season where I felt like we was going to win a title. Just because, you know, a lot of shit get thrown out the game when people financially have their finances, and now all players care about is just winning. You know what I mean? Because usually, like, you may have a player, the fourth or the fifth best player on the team, may be like, I want my contract, I ain't playing enough, all that shit. On the Dallas team, like, I was paid already, Tyson was paid, Brendan Haywood got his money, Sean Marion, Jason Kidd, Jet, Dirk. Like, we was like, yo, everybody good. So, Deshaun, all of us. So, it was just like, now we at a point where we're just trying to win.
Yeah.
And I think that the continuity and the chemistry was just there off the top. And people just sacrificed, and they was willing to do whatever to make sure that we got that chip.
That's dope. You got your ring at your house?
Yeah, man. I got my ring in my safe.
Hey, what are these?
Man.
Whenever we link again and I'm able to come over there, I need all the exclusive. I need the tour. I need everything. I need to see all the. I know you got the jersey. I know you got all that. I need to see it. I need to see it for sure.
That's easy.
For sure. Yeah, I need to see that. But okay, so you played. So you didn't play with Blake Griffin. You didn't play with Kobe, R.I.P. You didn't play with Dwayne Wade. Like you played with all these NBA greats. Who was the most inspiring to you? Like who inspired you the most?
Man, you know what? They all inspired me in different ways, but because Kobe was like the measuring stick for, you know, our era. We had Jordan. We saw him, and you know, no one had a personal relationship with Jordan. But you know, Kobe was, you know, that was my brother. You know what I mean? So like, not only was he a teammate and somebody that helped me with my game and helped me become a better me on the basketball court as well as in life, but you know, he was just somebody that, just like we're doing right now, I would, you know, reach out, you know, we'll FaceTime or text or whatever the case and just talk about shit. I don't know the weather.
Yeah.
Like just whatever. Like, bro, what's up? You good? Yeah, call me in 5 minutes. I'm open. And we just talk and just kick it, and we was just enhancing each other. So, you know, I felt like he was so inspiring, man. And I'll never forget when he won the Academy Award. He texted me back last night, that night, and was just like, see what I'm saying, bro? Like, we more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, our second act just begun, and that shit inspired me to go, like, harder. You know? Like, I was like, man, I'm about to start doing documentaries and content.
Facts.
Just because I was like, I never seen an athlete transition so well where you go from that, and then all of a sudden you're holding up a Golden Globe, like, you know, or Academy Award trophy. Like, I was like, damn, like that is crazy.
Facts.
And that is opened it up. So like, I think that all athletes now are looking at that and being inspired by what him and what LeBron's done and what Magic's done, Junior Bridget, and everybody's like, yo, let's take it to new heights.
So that's so basically, like when you were with Kobe, when you were with the Lakers, it was in that point in your career you was like, I need to take it more than basketball, you feel me? I gotta, or was that the point, or was it like a different time that you went through?
When I first got my first injury, I was with the Miami Heat. That was my going into my second year. When I got my injury, I was like, you know what? I need to be thinking what's next, because they, you know, they always tell you just focus on basketball, don't worry about nothing else, all that. But it's like, it's never a wrong time to start focusing on your second act. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always say this too, put yourself in position while you're in position. Yeah. And you'll never be out of position. And if folks listen to that, they'll understand the messaging with that. Put yourself in position while you're in position, and you'll never be out of position. So my thing was, I'm going to connect with all the resources. I'm gonna map all this out and find out what I want to do next. Therefore, I can have a ton of resources at my disposal when I'm able to pivot and go into the next phase of whatever I am, whatever it is that I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And that's why it was a seamless transition for me. But the injury got me thinking like that. But when I went and spent time with Kobe, like, he was just like to a whole nother level with it. And I was just like, you know what? This is what I'm on.
That's crazy. And I see you still do that too. Like, you still use your resources. Like, you never stop doing that. And I peep. And I try to pick up the keys. Because you be throwing keys on there. And people just let it slide. You feel me? But every kid you throw out there on social media or whatever, or if we're texting and we checking up on each other or whatever, I pick up on those. I try to apply it to myself. That's why I feel like I'm growing so fast with, like, building my brand, you know?
That's what it's about, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you can take things from everyone and just be like, you know what? It may not necessarily be directly applied to your life, but indirectly, it's breadcrumbs to everybody's success trail, right? Like, people leave breadcrumbs, and it's up to you to, like, okay, this applies to me, and how I can insert this into the fabric of what I'm doing, and be successful. And that's why I do the podcast, because I speak with people who I've looked up to, and some of the things that they have done that's been inspiring. And my listeners can see, okay, they following me because they looking up to me. Now, I want to give them the blueprint of what I got from someone. And then I'm going to tell you what I took from this conversation. And you tell me what you learned from this conversation. So now you're over-informed and with information. And that's what it's all about, this informing people. It's like, down there, if you go around that corner, the police over there. Don't get a speeding ticket. I just informed you of something. Yeah. You know, now, if you go over there and get the ticket, that's your dumb ass fault. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I'm just giving game. Like, I think that's what it's all about.
That's crazy, man. Well, man, I appreciate you. It's been how long? What time? It's been about 40 minutes. I got everything that I need. This is gonna be dope. I'm gonna edit it up and stuff and get it up on YouTube. I'm gonna post some stuff on Instagram. But I appreciate you, like, taking time out your day, you feel me, to help me out. So that doesn't go unnoticed, man. Like, you
come on, man, you family, brother.
I'm saying that's why. And it's like it's been what, like 2 years?
Yeah, bro.
Time is flying. Much love to you. I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you go, continue your day. But this was dope. We gonna get right with this. It's gonna do well. I'm already knowing.
Man. Let me know when it's done, man. I'll push it out.
Yes, sir. Love you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, love, brother.
All right.